WoW Dragonflight in a nutshell by Nixxiom. Alright, let's have a look at this one.
What exactly is going on in World of Warcraft Dragonflight? Why are we suddenly involving ourselves with the dragon aspects again? And how are the Tuskar the key to defeating evil and restoring order and peace to Azeroth? Well, today we're going to take a deep dive into Dragonflight's lore for those of you who are a little bit confused as hell as to what exactly is going on in this new World of Warcraft expansion. Don't worry, guys. I am an expert when it comes to World of Warcraft lore. This is the true story of Dragonflight. And what better way to begin than starting with explaining the new playable race and class, the Drakthir. Alright, pause the video. Let's rewind the clock. Okay, so a long ass time ago, there were dragons. Like, a lot of dragons. And some of these dragons were friends with these space-traveling rock monsters called the Titans. Now, the Titans, after watching the dragons kill an even bigger dragon and then getting their rocks off to...
What I think is so cool about like the dragons, and we see this here, so they were like you said, friends with the Titans, you could call it that. And they used to actually be freaking proto-drakes. I think that's actually Alexstrasza as a proto-drake here that we see in the middle, right? And they got actually changed to the form that they have now by the Titans. It is also like connected with the plot that's going on now with Dragonflight and all. I think it's like super fascinating.
Kill an even bigger
I think they're doing well with the story this time.
Rocks off to Alexstrasza's Rule 34 over on Google. They decided to give Alexstrasza and her friends some magical powers, turning them into the dragon aspects, aka dragons, but bigger and more magical dragons. But some of the dragons that Alexstrasza and friends were homies with, they didn't accept the Titan's gift because they did not enjoy the idea of licking the Titan's rock stacks. These dragons were called the Primal Incarnates, and that's because instead of being friends with the Titans, they decided to be friends with the Elementals instead, because being a fire, ice, electric, or rock dragon is way cooler than just being a dragon who sleeps all the time, a dragon who doesn't believe in premarital sex, a dragon who sleeps underground, one who has a magic watch, and another who can pull a rabbit out of a hat. So
pull a rabbit out of a hat. No, that's funny, like seriously, but that's a way you can describe them basically. I think this is pretty accurate there. No, but like I actually think, you know what, like some people are like having the view like, oh, the primals, they're so evil and stuff, but being one with the elements is actually not so bad. I mean, just look at all the shamans, right, and Thrall and all that, and with the cataclysm and stuff. I don't think they're necessarily bad, but they're like being shown kind of like they're the bad guys. But I think elements are also important, and to have like some sort of balance on Azeroth, right, and stuff. So yeah, I think they're like this kind of enemy that you don't really hate, right? Like you don't feel some sort of anger towards them really. And it's kind of like they're villains, but they're like more good villains or something, if you had to describe it. It's very interesting, like the whole story of Dragonflight so far. And I'm really enjoying it. And it's actually really exciting what we are getting with the next patches. Like I saw what they are planning to add with their roadmap, like Blizzard. And I think it looks very promising. And yeah, by the way, guys, if you're new to this channel, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more content. But yeah, what do you guys think about the primals? Do you hate them? Do you think that they are like evil or so? I don't really think they're evil. I just think they're misunderstood. There was like a communication problem sort of with the current dragons that we have, the aspects, right? And I think it's like an unnecessary sort of conflict that they're having. Like it's very stupid. But it's understandable. They have two views on things. There are differences, and sometimes differences can lead into some sort of arguments or conflicts like we are seeing here. But yeah.
Underground, one who has a magic watch, and another who can pull a rabbit out of a hat. So the long and short of it is that the Titan dragons and the elemental dragons started fighting each other. And during this time, the black dragon Neltharion, he decided that he wanted to create a bunch of half dragon, half other dragons, half mortal races, half twink, half furry dragons called
Half furry.
Now these guys are dragons, but they're dragons if dragons were not cool. And they're the new playable race in this expansion. But before
Wow.
you think that these guys did something awesome, like waged a war against the primalist dragons, well, stop right there. Because the Drakthir, they never really saw much action against anybody because
He really does not like the
Neltharion
Drakthir,
told
does
them
he?
to go and take a nap for like 10 trillion years, and so they did. Anyway, the Titan dragons win the war, the elemental dragons get put in prison to rot for all of eternity, and all seemed well in the World of Warcraft. You know, if you ignore the demon invasion, the scourge invasion, the demon invasion, there
was horrible.
the scourge invasion, the demon invasion, the scourge invasion, the dragon invasion, the panda invasion, the lack of content invasion, the demon invasion, the morally gray invasion, and the fan fiction invasion. Things have been really great, all things considered, if you think about it. But now, my friends, at long last, the primal dragons have broken free of their prison and are determined to wreak havoc upon Azeroth once more by destroying all order, wiping the planet free of the other Dragonflights, the Titan's influence, and anyone who stands in their way. That's you, by the way. You right there, watching this video. Yeah. And now, stirred by recent events, the napping Reddit-browsing Drakthir have awoken to a world in
Reddit
chaos.
browsing.
So it is up to you, brave hero, to assemble your allies, magics, and masteries, and undergo an adventure unlike anything World of Warcraft has seen before, aka flying through some golden hoops on a magic dragon mount.
Yeah.
Anyway, on the Dragon Isles, you will meet...
You know what I find so weird about Dragonflying? If you are playing a Drakthir, because we saw earlier Drakthir here, I find it kind of strange how you are, like, technically a dragon, you can fly on your own, but yet you are still flying on a dragon mount. Like a dragon riding a dragon, basically. It's kind of strange, right? Like, how do you guys feel for those of you that play a Drakthir and you're doing dragon riding, like dragon flying? It's kind of weird, right? Because you have even like a ratio that lets you fly, and yet you still like, fly a dragon. Dragon flying a dragon. So weird.
golden hoops on a magic dragon mount. Anyway, on the Dragon Isles, you will meet many new amazing factions to lick the boots of. Dragons, Centaur, who are friends with dragons,
cool. I wish they were
people who really
playable.
like dragons, and the Tuskar, who just don't give a damn about anything and just want to go fishing. This is primarily how you're going to spend most of your time in this expansion, just fishing away with these mutant walrus people while the world burns in the elemental fury of the primal dragons behind you.
That's
But
nice.
okay, because you just unlocked fish nets with the Tuskar, and that's badass.
Wow.
Honestly, nobody knows what role or purpose the Tuskar serve in this expansion, but damn, they are awesome, and they should be a playable race.
Yes, I
Hurry up,
agree.
Blizzard. We need them as the new allied race. That would be great. So get ready, my
Just like
friends,
the
for more
Pandaren
dungeons,
for any
more
faction.
raids, more Mythic Plus runs, world quests, poop quests,
Poop
PvP,
quests.
and more emotional damage if Blizzard drops the ball again and ruins yet another World of Warcraft expansion.
No, it's not
This
ruined, I think.
is World of Warcraft Dragonflight, and I hope that this video has helped explain to you this expansion's lore and storyline for any of you out there that were confused. Be sure to like the video, give it a sub, and I will see you all on the Dragon Isles.
How do you guys feel about Dragonflight actually, story-wise? I don't think they ruined it this time. Like, it's 100 times better. Like, Shadowlands. I think Shadowlands was sort of ruined because this was so confusing and stuff, right? Like, you have to read freaking novels to even understand what's happening in Shadowlands. I feel like with Dragonflight, it's almost self-explaining if you like quest through and stuff. It's less complex. So it's like easier to understand. Also for like new players that play WoW for the first time. And I feel like a lot of like MMO companies, they actually need to focus on getting new players into their game, because like it's good. It's a good thing to keep like the old players happy, right? So they stay around even longer. But it's also good to get like new players into a game, right? Like people that want to play MMO for the first time and such. And I feel like during Dragonflight, if you are someone looking for an MMO you have not played before and you want to give World of Warcraft a shot, then you can do this with Dragonflight. I don't think your experience will be negative. I think you will actually have a very positive experience. And if you like want to skip all the story and this and that, and you just make a Drakthir, like you play as a Drakthir Evoker as your first character as a new player, you actually start RP wise, you could say, like in the Dragon Isles, right? And you hear about the backstory, this and that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I think it's definitely more new player friendly than Shadowlands. I'm enjoying the story so far. I think the zones look really beautiful. I kind of like how like the whole plot is about two types of dragons having some disagreement, like the primals that are into the elements and don't like the titans, how they view things differently, and because of that there's a conflict. I think it's fine. I have nothing negative to say so far about Dragonflight. The only thing I have to say that is a little negative is I feel like some stuff is too easy. Like I wish some of the content was a bit more difficult, but that's the only negative feedback I can give so far. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you're thinking about Dragonflight and if you're liking it so far. And yeah, if you have any suggestions what Blizzard should add or do, feel also free to leave them in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one. And I will see you guys next time.